You mentioned that you just got back from Minneapolis. Um, what what prompted you to know that that's where you needed to be at this time, and what were your experiences like there?
To the extent that I never really seriously thought about Prince dying, somewhere within that, I don't know if maybe from seeing Graceland tributes or something, but I don't know, in some, in a not real way, I just always thought that when Prince died that I would go to Paisley Park. That just seemed, in the way that he has been like a spiritual mentor to me. Um, and to take it back a step further, Paisley Park is known primarily now as, as the studio, as his complex, but it first was a song on Around the World in a Day, the album that came out after Purple Rain, and and that song in particular was where I immediately fell in love with the album. And the whole idea of Paisley Park is, this magical place where there are no rules and everyone is welcome. And, in fact, I even at the time like drew a sketch of what I wanted my eventual house to be, and it was going to be named Paisley Park. And I, found a sheet from 1986 when I drew that with Paisley Park.
And can you talk about the sign that you left there?
When I, you know, posted on Facebook that I was going to be going to Minneapolis, within minutes, a friend of mine who lives in the Netherlands, which I guess that's another thing that I haven't specifically said, but this amazing network of Prince friends who I have, that mainly came through the Prince site, prince.org. We were always kind of like the bad kids of Prince fandom, of not being the authorized side and not always, just playing along to what Prince wanted the fan sites to do. But I have an amazing network of friends, not just online, but people around the world who we've traveled together and, just done a lot of amazing things with these folks. So I got a message from Marion asking me if I could write a note and put her name on it to leave at Paisley Park. And immediately then I just knew that was a great idea, and that was something that I wanted to share with, that entire network of people. Very much assuming when I started it or when I made that offer that would be, the people who would want to be included. But much to my surprise, when I posted it to, my entire friend group of saying, I'm in Minneapolis, I'm making a note, I'm going to put names on it. If you want your name, let me know. At the end of, by the time I actually got it to Paisley Park, there were over 300 individual names. I, of course, then added, prince.org and a lot of the other, specific distinctions within fandom, to include people who I knew, may not have seen the post or not been able to participate. And yeah, I think much in the way that the way the entire world has really responded to this, on a personal level, that just really struck me of, all the, both people asking to do that, but the memories they shared with me, of how much a part of their life Prince was, even just tangentially, and that it was a part that mattered, and, that the grief around his passing was something that people wanted to be a part of, and where this has been, such an important part of my own identity and being a part of that community. It was being able to do that for other people, was just felt like a really simple thing that allowed me to give back to a lot of people. And then in turn, just, making the sign and deciding what to do with it, that ended up being immensely therapeutic for me during those 4 days that I was in Minneapolis, of that became my focus of, you know, what I spent my time on. And I got to just, you know, sit at a table listening to Prince in my headphones with, you know, shuffling through these, 40 or whatever years of music, and, you know, remembering different lines and things that were relevant to me or important, and making a sign that reflected all of that. And then taking it out and posting it at Paisley Park the night before I left Minneapolis.